This is the first recap for Monday, September 27th. This is the answer key for questions 1 through 5 from today. So here's the first problem. It is 1/2 plus 2/5. And so I'll just write it right on top of here in red. So first of all, I like to write it this direction, 1/2 and 2/5. It's a little easier to see what I'm going to do next. I did see on a lot of people's papers, they did it correctly. They did 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Trying to find a first number that comes up in both lists, 5, 10. So that 10 came up. I think that the next part is the most important part, and that is this fraction, 2/5, that looks like this. Two-fifths. I'll shade it in. I should shade it in another color. I'll go with yellow. See those 2/5? Those have to remain exactly the same size, but they're going to be tenths instead. So we're going to multiply this by 2. So when I multiply that by 2, instead of having 2 of them in there, now there's 4 shaded parts. They're smaller, but there's 4 of them. So this is 4/10. The same with 1/2. If I have only 1/2, and I shade it, and we can't do this with all fractions, but to do it every once in a while will help understand why we're multiplying the way we are. So this is going to equal something over 10. I think this is where we need the most help, is understanding what's happening right here. 2 times what? So if I do this, so now there's 10 parts in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them are shaded. So this is the shaded part right here. This is the shaded part right here. It started out as 2 and it went to 4. It started out as 1 out of 2 and it's now 5 out of 10. So 5 plus 4/10 is equal to 9/10. So that was C, 9/10. So we won't draw pictures on the rest of these, but I want you to think about what the picture does. And if you want to see a picture, I can always draw you a picture. Okay, so this is going to be 1/4 plus 3/8. So if you do 4/8, look at that, it comes up so quickly, and it's in the multiples of 8. That's the one we'll use. So 3/8 equals 3/8, and 4 times 2 is 8. So I'm going to do 1 times 2. So 2 plus 3/8 is equal to 5/8. So 5/6 plus 2/12. If I get my list going, 6, 12, and 12, it comes up, sometimes we don't even have to change one of them. It's just 2/12 is equal to 2/12. 6 times 2 is equal to 12. 5 times 2 is equal to 10. So 10 plus 2/12 is 12/12, and that's equal to 1. Four-fifths and 4/15. Again, if we make our list, 5, 10, 15. So that 15 is a multiple of 5, so we can just keep the 15ths as our common denominator. 5 times something is equal to 15. It's going to be 3. So we have to, since if I draw a big picture over here of 4/5, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I shade it in. Shade in 4 of those. And then we cut this into 3 more sections like this. Look at how many we have now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 4 times 3. So we actually have 3 times as many. They're smaller pieces, but we have more of them. So that's 12/15ths. And so we're going to add 12 plus 4. 12 plus 4, 15. So that's 16/15, and that's 1 and 1/15 left over. So that's 1 and 1/15. And the last one is 3/7 and 2/3. If two numbers are prime, like 7 is prime and 3 is prime, we just multiply those together to find our common denominator. We don't have to make a list. We know it's going to be 21. So 7 times 3 is 21, and 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 7 is 21, and 2 times 7 is 14. So 9 and 14, that is 23 21st. There's 1 in there, 21 out of the 23, and then 2 left over. That's 23 minus 21 is 2. So those are the 2 that are left over right there, 1 and 2 over 21. That was A. So that is a recap. That's the first recap for Monday, September 27th. It's the answer key to the first 5 questions.